Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm about to head into this garden center. This is J&J, and if you live in Davis County, this is a really nice one to come to. The prices are pretty good. There is another garden center I want to go to today as well called Joe's Greenhouse, and that's in Kaysville. It's a smaller, more family-run garden center, and the prices are actually a little bit cheaper there. And they have a really good variety of pansies. These guys have a pretty good variety of pansies too, but anyway, as you can see, I am shopping for all things fall. I want to redo my shed pots, even though that makes me a little sad. There's people coming. And I want to do my window box, and so I'm trying to find a bunch of plants that I can plant in those to make them all fun for fall. So that's what I'm looking for today. So anything that's going to be a good filler for fall and going to last into winter. That's what I'm hoping to find. I'm also looking for a few new house plants for my bathroom. I have a lot of shelves that are by a window. It's the perfect place for plants. I've always wanted more plants there, and since I'm sprucing up my house for fall, I just decided I need some more plants in here. So I am going to look for a few more plants and maybe a new little pot too. And if I see any fabric pumpkins in there, I'm really into fabric pumpkins this year. I was a little bit last year too, but I might look for those. I'm looking for another blue one, so we'll see what I can find. Thinking I'm going to go with some heuchera. There's lots of different kinds and varieties here, as you can see, and they have such a great selection. I was originally drawn to these more red ones, but as I was looking at the pansies, I decided I wanted something a little bit different. Then these also caught my eye, and I love these kind of peach toned ones, and I have a few in my yard. So when I'm done with these in my pots, I can just move them into my yard, which is really nice, and I'm pretty sure these are exactly the variety that I have already, so I can just do a big grouping there. So I picked up 2 of those for sure. And then these deep purple ones always catch my eye. I love the contrast. I love that they're almost black. And then there was also these are all Priven Winners varieties. These almost have like a silvery tone to them. It's really pretty, but I think I wanted something more rich and dark or more red orange. I'm trying to decide right here, as you can see. That one's really pretty though. I love that you can see the veining in that leaf. So pretty, but I think I'm leaning more towards these black ones as I'm looking at them here. They also have some bright green, and then here I am going back and forth trying to decide if I should get these red ones. What is this variety? This is the cherry truffles. Really, really pretty. I think I like more purples in my yard though than red, so I got these dressed up ones. 2 of them, and these are going to go in my shed pots. The peach ones, I think that looks so pretty, and I love the green that they bring, and those are them together. And now I want to go find some pansies. I had picked out this one and I thought it was great. I wanted some yellow, but all the yellows that they had that were just plain yellow were really bright and springy, which I usually go for because I try to like to fill my pots for fall and think about spring too, and so I usually do like pinks, but this year I want to do just fall. So I want some more red and purple, and these dark pansies are so beautiful, these black ones. So I was happy to find those, and they go kind of purple, and I thought they went with the yellow that had purples and then the red purpley tones, and I think that's going to be a really combination, so I'm really happy about that. I am going to go check out the other garden center though and see what they have, because I know they have a bigger variety. And then I had to come in here and see what new Halloween things they had. I brought you guys here probably about a month ago, and so I knew they'd have a ton more things. And they do so many cute things. I'm trying to stick to what I need or really want to get. I'm not going to try to get anything else, but like I mentioned, I'm really into fabric pumpkins. They just bring a softness and coziness, and I really wanted to try to find a blue one, but they had so many other cute ones. Look how cute this kind of herringbone pattern is. So cute. I love that. And the grays, I really like muted tones. The gray ones were pretty good price, but some of the more fancy ones were a little more expensive. But look how cute this green one is. Okay, I got to get that one. I can't pass that one up. And it looks cute with that gray. I love it. So I snagged these. I might not keep them though. We'll see. We'll keep looking. This checkered one's kind of cute, but I really liked this orange one, but it was a little bit more expensive. But man, I think these would probably be easy to make. I remember years ago, my sisters and I made fabric pumpkins, and they actually were cute. I'm kind of sad I got rid of them because they kind of went out of style. But oh, okay, wait. This black and white one, definitely getting totally goes with what I have going on in my bathroom, and so I think those are going to be cute. Now I'm looking for the pots that I want. I do have some specific pots in mind. I have some that were kind of a green floral that I got in the spring, and I think they look cute any time of the year, but unfortunately I don't see them anywhere on this. I'm sure they went pretty fast because they were super adorable. But they have lots of cute other green ones. I think you have to be careful with green though, because I don't love all the tones of green with green plants. So I wanted something that was going to have a little bit better contrast with a plant, but look how pretty this blue one is. That's a really pretty pot. They have such a good variety here, and I love that they group them all together in colors so you can see. But yeah, really, really cute. Here's some blue ones. And actually this is kind of a dark navy, or is it black? I loved the polka dots on it, and it's actually a pretty decent price. I'm considering this. And then I get it because it's so cute. And how cute would bright green be against that? So I'll find a plant to put in that. Here's some bright yellow ones, which would actually be really cute in the spring, especially this one. That might be fun to consider. I usually get just white or cream pots, so it's kind of fun to look at these other ones. And then I have a few varieties or sizes of these pots, and I love those, but I didn't grab any more. Lots of spooky Halloween stuff this year. Yeah, wasn't too interested in those. These were really cute though. These are jack-o'-lanterns that you can use as pots. Those are pretty cute. And then a lot of Thanksgiving stuff type things in this shelving. I always like the way they display this. And then I spotted these cute little acorns over here, and they're cute. In fact, it would be fun to kind of knit something like that. I could totally do that. So fun. Oh, those skeleton plates are cute. I didn't even notice those, but look at this little snow globe thing for Halloween. Some creepy dolls. And then I liked these pumpkins, but I can't buy any more pumpkins, you guys. They're really cute though. I could tell you that I wanted them, but nope. Not gonna pick those up. But if you're local and you like pumpkins, these are cute ones to get. And then I spotted these picks, and I love these. I have a few of them. This one's a little bit different because it has two different colors on it, which is interesting, but I kind of like the one that's just one color. It has like yellow balls, and then it has some like green. But I decided to pick two up anyway because you can't really tell, and I love them for fall on my shelf. So I was happy I found these because I will put them in my bathroom. That's the last area that I need to decorate for. And then I'm just looking at these pots. Oh, look at this green one. So cute. I wish it was a little darker green. I probably would have gotten it if it was. When I brought it out into the light, it was more of a bright kind of limeish green, but really pretty. Not sure how a plant would look against that though, so didn't really want to pick that one up. And then I saw this stem, which is really cute actually. I really liked how wispy it was, but it had these little interesting buttons on it, and I like things that look a little more realistic. So I thought it was cool though. Decided against that one. And I really liked this too, but I already found one that I really like more. And then I'm going to go out here. This is where they keep their house plants, and just pick up a few. I have a house plant in my bathroom. It's a pothos, and it's got a little out of control. I want to start over. I'm going to move that other plant somewhere else, but I want one that's a little bit smaller and hasn't gotten so long and crazy. But I am just looking at the house plants here. This one's really interesting, and I like how light it is. Sometimes on that shelf it can get so heavy that it can actually knock my pot over, but that was when I had it in a plastic pot, and I'm gonna pot this next plant up in something that's a little more heavy so I don't have that issue. But I think I do want another pothos because they're so easy to take care of. But it's fun to look at all these other plants and see what other varieties they have. They really have a good selection here as far as house plants go, and they take really good care of them. And then I came upon this pothos, and this is the one that I decided on. It's so cute. I used to have one of these. I don't know what happened to it, but I actually really liked it, and I like the texture of these leaves, and I like that it's a little variegated, and I think it'll be perfect. And I'll just have to pot it up in a different pot. And then I want to get a little fern to go on the shelf too, just for another pop of green. And I really like this one. I think this one's called like the I'll put it on the screen because I can't read that. It's like a lemon something. And then I want to try to find something to go in this pot. And I really had string of pearls in mind, and I love string of pearls. I've had it before. They are prone to get mealy bugs, and so that's one reason I have hesitated getting them again, but I think I'm going to get them. I'll just be really careful when I water to spray it with neem oil and to prevent that. And then I'm just checking out the pots a little bit more, seeing if there's anything else that catches my eye. And a lot of these cream ones were really, really tempting, especially this one. So cute. I love that. But it's for my bathroom, and I just need something small. And I think for these other plants, I'm just going to go with what I have at home because I have some other cream pots. But here's all the other selection of big pots that they have. Lots of good variety here at this garden center. Okay, I just got back. As you can see, I found some goodies in there, so that was really nice. It's a little bit warm. It's warming up today. I wish it would just cool down, but typical Utah, it just stays warm here till like the beginning of October, and then it'll start to cool down. But let's head over to the other greenhouse, and I'll show you what I find there. I think I'm going to find a few more different varieties of pansies. It's kind of hard to pick them at different places, but it's fun to look around and see all the different ones. So let's head over there now. So as you can see, they have a ton of variety, and I always am a sucker for these little black ones. These are little black violas, and I love them. I always gravitate towards these pink ones, and that's usually what I do, like I mentioned before, so that I can have them in spring. And I did these last year with yellow. So pretty, but I don't want to repeat the same thing again. But I'm really tempted because I love that combo so much. And these red just caught my eye. These are red with blotch. Delta red, and they're so pretty, and I think they'd be pretty at Christmas time too. Oh man, I had a hard time deciding what to do. I wanted to bring in more autumn colors though, and the pure white always catches my eye too. They're just so clean and pretty, and eventually I think I will need to get some of those for my front yard, but I might want to do something different. So many pretty colors, and I even thought about purple for a while, but I kept going back to these red, and I grabbed some. And I don't think I ended up with these, but I was trying to figure out if I wanted to do red and purple together for my window box, or if I wanted to just do autumn colors, but that it really is a pretty combination. Yeah, so I just keep comparing and looking, and these pink, I'm just trying to resist getting all the pink ones. Oh dear. What I really want are some of those Japanese pansies, but I haven't been able to find them yet. Hopefully I will soon. They're really hard to find. But yeah, they really have the best selection, and they're super inexpensive compared to everybody else. So I try to get most of my pansies here. And here's me looking at more purple ones, and I like this blend, the Lavender Melody. But ultimately, as I compare here, I just can't find the right red to go with the purple. And I picked up some orange and black violas that you can see in my tray here because I want to do some of those for my front pots for Halloween. And they're adorable. So I'm going to get those planted up soon, but I'm still struggling what to get for my window box. But then I see these, and they're really pretty, and I like the red with the dark purple, and then I do like just a little bit of yellow like I mentioned before. So I think this is a good mix because it does have red, but it's a red that can look good with like purpley red. And then for my front porch, I got these. So found some good ones. Okay, so here is my fall haul. I also have a few extra things in here because I did go to Lowe's the other day and I didn't film it, but I got a few things there. So, and I picked these up at a different garden center when I was shopping there too. So maybe I'll compile all these together. You can see things that I picked up. But this is right here is going to be mostly for the window box with these bunny tail ones in the back. And then my shed pots are going to have these. In fact, I'm going to kind of group these so I know what I'm doing. So my shed pots will be here with these flowers. And then I have some flowers here that I'm going to do for some front porch pots. Mostly the little black guys that I got that are so cute, and the orange. And then these red and black I'm going to put in the window box. Anyway, I know what's for what, but this is my haul basically. I got a lot of grasses, which is fun this year. I didn't do that in years past, so it's going to be something a little different. And I like that these flowers are a little different for me too. I usually try to go for spring colors to just be able to reuse them again for spring, but it'll be nice to have something different, and I'll swap them out. It'll be okay. I usually like to try to get 2 seasons out of them, but I think it'll be fun to have something that feels more fall outside, because I'm just craving that right now. So I have a lot of work ahead of me. And then I have these house plants here, and which is good. I'm almost done filming my fall clean and decorate with me, and these will be included in that, so you'll see those in there. I'll finish that up today sometime. And then more planting over here. Lots to do, but we can get it done. This is a nice time to get some plants in the ground, and it's kind of fun to also have these house plants to go inside and are just a little newer. And then I have this pot, and I'll just pot this up. It's going to be, whoops, so cute in here. And then I have some other pots that I can use, like this cute white one that I got from Target a couple years ago for the other plants. So we'll pot those up when we have a minute. I probably won't film that, but that will get done. And then I ended up putting that one pumpkin back, and I did end up getting this black and white one and this green one, which are so cute, that I'll plop somewhere. And then I love these stems. I have them in a different spot, so I definitely wanted to get a few more, and I'll probably add those into my bathroom. So anyway, thanks for following along with me and watching this video, and you'll see all these fun things coming up soon. We'll see you guys later. Bye.